Hi, this is Vicki Romaine with the Cheerful Greetings, and we have our collaged masterboard here. In fact, after my video, I made a second one. So we have two, basically with the same papers. They're similar, but they're different. Now what I'm going to do is put one aside for later, and I did this collage in the last video. So if you want to see how I did the collage, go to my previous video and I'll have the link below. So what I'm going to do is cut this into, this is basically 9 by 9, so I'm going to cut a couple pieces into 3 by 4.5. Okay, so here's two that I have cut off, the first two, and these are going to be cabinet cards or just writing cards, and you can write on the back. If you want a smoother backing, you could put a piece of dyed coffee paper on here. It's entirely up to you, but I'm basically working with the front. So what you do to the back is entirely up to you. I want these to have some sort of decoration on them, and I want it to contrast the black and white. So on this one, I'm going to make it portrait, and I'm just going to have a mushroom on it, and I'll glue that just a minute. On the next one, let's see what I can find that will go on it that maybe it's not quite as large and can sit in the corner. I have a butterfly. That would probably work. That would contrast the black and white. And I have one here that would work. And then I have a dark purple. Let's go with the dark purple, I think. Let me see which I prefer. I like the light green one because it shows up on the black and white. But this is kind of unusual too. Maybe I'll forget about my mushroom for right now, and I will just glue my butterfly on. And I'm going to use rubber cement glue. Now, if I wanted to, I could go back over it with some Mod Podge and put the butterfly into the Mod Podge on the card. But I think I'm going to let it stay like this and let it show up more distinctively. And so this is our first card. That's a cabinet, just a writing card that you could stick inside of a pocket in a journal. And we'll try the butterfly with the other one. I kind of like the butterfly. This green one, I think it'll look nice. Let's see. This one, I think I'm going to have portrait. I did the other one landscape. Because this one has a lot of white over here. Now, this happens to have an antenna on it. It wants to fall back. Let's see. And there we go. And that will fit on there nicely. That's two that we can do. Next, I've got another set of two. Give me just a second, and I'll get them. What I'm going to do with it, I think it's going to put a bird on one of them. And yellow looks good on black and white, so let's see what we Get that. We'll try a couple birds that have some red, and then we'll have this is just a circle. I don't think that will work. And I have a bird cage. So let's see what we've got. Got my feather here. I'm not sure I want the feather. And this one has some writing on it. We'll have it upright. I think that'll go. You notice I'm picking nature pictures for this because this is going into a botanical journal. I'm going to put this up in here. As I said, if you want it to be glued into the card itself, you could use Mod Podge. But in this particular case, I think I'm going to leave it just like it is, at least for now. And let's see, we have this one doesn't want to stick. Okay, then I have a couple of birds here. I don't think they're going to show up very well. Let me see. Now, here's one that has a bird with a nest. And I think that will go nicely in a junk journal. Now, what I'm trying to decide now is what direction I want it to be. Okay. Okay, let's see what we have here. Now, some of these I've already put something on it. What I like to do is after I put my main design on, I like to go back and see if there's something else I could do to my pieces. And this is what we have. Now, I have already put a sticker on here. This is one of those stickers that's very pretty, but it's hard to get the backing off. So I went ahead and did that ahead of time. And I put the sticker on. So now, what I'm going to give it a little glitz. I think I'm going to use this kind of copper color and put it on my writing card. We'll see if it shows up. It may not show up much in the black, but it should show up in the white. This just kind of gives it a finished touch. And since it does show up nicely in the white, I'm going to go up just a little farther on the white. Like that. And that kind of finishes off that side. And I think that's pretty much all I'm going to do to this one. So this one is completely finished. And I don't want to put anything on top of it. It will match my liquid pearls. And that's what I'm using here is liquid pearls. Now this mushroom needs something. Why don't we I have this boy here. Let's have him standing with his elbow on the mushroom. I think that'd make a neat idea. So I'll get me some glue. I'm using Elmer's rubber cement. Now these extra pieces that I'm putting on have not been Mod Podged. Now you have two choices. You can either do it like I'm doing now, or you can Mod Podge the top embellishment. It's entirely up to you. And there's our little guy. Let's see what we can do with him. I think I've got some stones up there. I may put a few stones on him. So I'm gonna put in, let me see, I've got some white. Got some white stickles. They're crystal. But I think I'll put the white crystals on here and I'll put the stones on another one. We'll just use some white stickles here and see what happens. Now these are not showing up very much. They may after they dry. And they're just kind of an add-on. Okay. There's our little guy with the mushroom. Now, I mentioned we want those to dry also. Now I mentioned that I had some stones. Let's pour a few of them out here, and I'll put them in this cup. I mean, in the top of my jar, and that way I have a little more control over them. Let's see. I'm not sure what color I want to use on this. I thought I had some green ones, so let's see. Okay. We'll just place these first on here. Here's another green one. Since the butterfly's in that corner, I think I'm gonna put my stones up here. Let's see, I have one more. There we go. So we'll put just a little glue on here. To say, I like to get my main image on first and then see what else I can do to it. There we go. We'll let him get dry. Now I've got one here that has the bird on it. The bird pretty much takes up the writing card. So let's see what I could do with it. I guess again, I'll go with I think I'll just leave it plain. I think I'm gonna leave it plain. Now there's one card I had not done anything with. So what I decided I might do with it is put a couple stickers on it. Make it a little different. And if you see, I'm using the black and white. We started out with the theme black and white, and I'm just adding a little color to it. And we'll put this. There's a little farm. barn with the sheep on it. Okay, I've got my sheep on here. I think what I'm going to do is just put a red stone down here. That'll kind of give us a little more red, a little more color to it. And we'll put a little red up here to kind of balance it off. So we'll do a little gluing. I keep saying I'm going to get some of those self-adhesive stones, but I've got all these stones I need to use up first. So I think I'll just glue for a while. Okay, we got this. We'll put it aside. And my flower here, the only thing I could think I could do to my flower is I think I'm put a little corner on it. And now I could run this through my X, but I think I'm just going to glue it. And when I said my X, I meant Xyron X. And this kind of brightens up my, even though it's black, kind of gives an added touch to my flower. Makes it more like it's in something. So I believe we're completely finished now with our comment cards, or our writing cards that we're going to put in our junk journal. And we started out with the idea of making a collage out of black and white. And if you want to leave your writing cards just black and white, that will work too. But what I've done here is add a little color to our cards, and I don't want to put this one in the wrong place because it has stickles on it. And get out your black and white papers and try your hand at it. It's fun to do. And I have another whole covering here that I can cut apart and make some more. Remember, I just took the back and front of a waffle box and made my writing cards out of it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please come back and see me. Don't forget to subscribe and have a great crafting day. Bye.